Warning! This podcast contains future Blaine. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTVpodcast for iZombie Season 2, Episode 13, The Whopper. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Nikki.
Hey.
And Kim.
Hi.
Ah. So, what'd you guys think of this episode?
First off, I thought Whopper being a fast food reference, not a fish reference.
Well, we did go over the fish story last week at the very end. You know, caught one. It was this big, and then it was this big, and yeah. So I mean, I kind of already knew, but when we originally just heard the title a couple weeks ago, I was like, thinking Burger King.
There was a lot going on in this episode, I felt like.
There was.
Yeah.
So a lot of like little mini subplots all coming together. I mean, it started off with the them looking for the Utopium and finding a body that is not the one that they're looking for. So this leads to contacting Detective Babinow and informing him that they were just randomly digging because they were geocaching, which is a real thing, and I want to do it. And I must enlist some friends. Let's go. You too. Let's go right now. Come on, we're gonna leave. Let's go geocaching right now.
Okay, let's go.
Is anybody coming with me? No? Okay, I'm coming back.
Okay.
Okay. No one's coming. No?
B was halfway there.
Yeah?
Halfway.
I was like, no.
No, that sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like something I would actually enjoy doing.
It sounds interesting until you get trolls. Or various dead skunk or something, and you find it.
I don't want to go geocaching anymore.
There you go.
Yeah. So this leads to Liv making a hamburger out of the brain. Boy, that hamburger looked delicious.
It did look okay, but knowing it was brain, I was like, I don't want to eat a burger for a while.
No? Oh, it looks so juicy, and there's surprisingly was no ketchup on it. It looked like she put ketchup on it twice, but that was sriracha hot sauce.
It was hot sauce.
Yeah, it's the green nozzle sriracha. So this leads to Liv eating a compulsive liar's brain.
Pathological liar.
Both compulsive and pathological. Some of the lies she was telling was absolutely amazing, though.
They were obvious.
Did I ever tell you I used to be a bartender?
It's like, what?
What was the name of the place? The place was fantastic. The name, I just remember.
Some tiki thing, I don't remember, yeah.
No, it was tiki themed, but it was like, I don't know, it had a great name to it.
It was like Jurassic, or I don't know. But I remember the drink that she said that she invented.
Yeah, which was that?
Orgasm.
Of course you would remember that. What was in it?
Bunch of shit.
It was Bailey's. I can't remember the other two things that were in it. There was a few of them.
Are you gonna make the drink?
I remember the Baileys. I do like some Baileys.
Yeah? So this is something that you're thinking of making?
Maybe.
She's thinking of having.
Oh, you're gonna have an orgasm, B? Huh.
Along with the blowjob.
Oh.
Is it one of those? There.
Have I ever had one of the... Huh. That is the question. That's where this is going, isn't it?
Bailey's, Irish King, Kahlua.
I'm not going to respond with "they are delicious." That is not going to be my response. If that's what you were looking for.
I was just telling you what was in it. It's obviously a drink.
You were baiting me. I know
you
you were.
Do the shot? Without your hands.
I know. So we've already gone downhill.
Yeah.
There was that. There was the mild heart attack that she had to apply CPR for to resuscitate him while bringing back their food. The lottery ticket. The lottery ticket was probably my favorite.
She got caught that she was lying.
Oh, I was 5 out of the 6 numbers. I didn't. No, oops, sorry, I ripped it up. I didn't know it was still like a $50,000 winner. Oops. Yeah. But Big Fish ends up being killed by Drake and Scotty. Right?
Just
Or was
Scotty.
It was Scotty.
Because Fish shot Drake.
Yes, Fish shot Drake. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
Scotty shot Fish.
And then she later goes to, what was it? Fish's it's supposed to be Drake's friend's house. But when she gets there, the mother's like, I've never heard of Drake. And they start showing pictures, and it's the war veteran, the amputee that's supposed to be the utopium dealer, and the friend that ends up being killed by Fish. He ends up killing both of them. That's the flashback that she gets, that she goes and starts uncovering. She's like, oh, it's by the swing set. Which is, they're like, oh, perfect timing, because our zombie rat died.
It was destroyed.
Well, it's not the mother that was eaten.
It was New Hope.
Yeah, it was New Hope.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
No, 2 different zombie rats. Or
the New Hope was cured and then turned back into a zombie and is now dead.
Yes. So that means that Major and Blaine are now living on borrowed time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
I mean, we know that it's obviously taking much longer for Blaine and Major because of human metabolism versus rat, all that jazz. But still, seemed to happen pretty quick for Hope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the turn for those two.
Well, it's happening. It happened quicker for New Hope because New Hope is body mass and everything is so much smaller. It's a rat. It's different. Human, it's different from a human, which is bigger, more complex, has more time for things to happen, travel, and things like that. So, yeah, you're gonna see the results in the rat first.
Yeah, I think that Major's gonna turn back first because of all the things that he's been doing, running around. He's been taking the new Max Rager formula. He's speeding things up. I think he's gonna turn, even though he turned after Blaine.
That makes sense. I didn't even didn't even think about that with the being that stuff seems to heighten stuff like that. He could turn before Blaine does.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
No.
Because we don't believe that Blaine is actually using his own product, right? I mean, he doesn't seem like he keeps his level head, so.
Right. I don't know. Because we had Major and Blaine this episode. Major comes in all tied up, locked him in the coffin for a bit, try to scare him, and realizes, oh, Major is actually the killer. He didn't actually kill the guys, though. He's got them stored away. So it's like, okay, now we know why. I mean, we kind of knew why Major wasn't killing to begin with. So, yeah.
But I mean, Blaine got his daddy back and hopefully is getting his will changed so that he gets some of the money and not his abusive freaking nanny.
Who was this? Okay, so I was trying who is this chick that came out of fucking nowhere? I'm like, who is this bitch?
Yeah, that's just his nanny that he had growing up. maid or whatever. I mean, Daddy's always had money, so obviously didn't take care of Blaine growing up.
Yeah, and she was all ready for it. Like, she was ready to have, like, everything.
She
Like, she
expected
knew.
it. Yeah.
Yeah! Because she was all like, she was like, here, put this envelope, blah, 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 and she was like, ready out the door. And I'm like,
She was super sassy about it, and she's like, oh yeah, by the way, you really think your dog ran away? Why do you think our rose bush grew so well? Or the dogwood, I think she said.
yeah, she, like, rubbed it in. That's like,
As in, they buried it under the dogwood tree, and it fertilized the tree.
like, fuck this bitch. She had, like,
Yeah.
rested bitch face, too, when she walked in the door.
She did. So, I mean, when Blaine's dad finally wakes back up, Blaine's got, all the crazy makeup on, so, like,
That was hilarious.
we learned, because Major was like, what is all that makeup? Like, what are you doing? Like, I know you're not a zombie, like, so he was getting prepared, He was getting ready for this. And he had to tease his dad.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? His dad didn't appreciate that at all. He didn't even giggle. He just was a major dick. I would have laughed my ass off and then been a dick.
Well, he is. Well, it's obvious the guy's a dick anyway. Again, it's like the
Still, it
nanny
was
and him
hilarious.
belong together. They both have resting bitch face.
Mm.
So I love that word.
I mean, even if you were a major dickhole, that would be hilarious. Just be like, oh, you got me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I half expected him to wake up like seething and hungry as hell and wanting to rip everybody's faces off. But he wasn't. He was just
He's scared.
cold.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too. You'd think. I mean, even though like frozen in time, I guess technically, but I would think you'd still be. I don't know.
Mhm.
I guess I don't know how the whole zombie freezing would work. I would think it would just be the same way as. Obviously, we haven't perfected, freezing regular people, but.
Hmm.
Zombies are a little different because you don't have to actually, like, keep all the organs and everything alive. You just have to freeze them.
It's like a popsicle. Or like the freezing meat.
That pun.
Wasn't that Donnie made that pun, right?
No, it was Blaine.
Was it Blaine?
It was Blaine. I was just like, a pop, as in a father, a pop sickle. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
It was great.
that one, I love my fair share of puns. That one made me facepalm. Actually,
You face bombing at a pun. That's wow.
yeah. But, no, I get why he didn't appreciate the Blaine from the future thing, but then when he finally realized, he's like, it hasn't been 50 years. It's been like, what, 2 days? So, yeah, he's not going to laugh at that. Especially when him and his son don't get along.
Oh yeah. How long has it been? Do we know how long he was frozen for?
I want to say maybe a week
Few
or so.
weeks.
Yeah.
A few weeks at the most.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels much longer than that for us because they had that break, and it was like, what, episode 5 when it happened?
I don't think it was episode
it was-
5, was it?
It was early. I don't know.
It was early.
Was it really that early in the show?
Yeah, it was early.
Okay, well, maybe it's been
I
about a
remember-
month then. I don't know.
Because you remember, it was the same episode as him killing his grandfather for the brain, and
Mm-hmm. That was
it was
pretty early. It might not be episode 5, but maybe 8 at the latest.
Okay, 8 would be a little more reasonable. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
I thought it was earlier than, I don't know.
But then, like, you had Major, like, peeking out the window, and I was like, oh, as soon as he looked out the window, I was like, fuck, the FBI's got him.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, they got a picture of him. So, Blaine and Major working together is already not good, because they're already linked by the FBI prior to that, and now they're linked again. Like, Major got questioned at the beginning of the episode by Babinaw about the meat cute case. And things are just not looking good for Major. Because he's got Blaine on his case now, he's got the FBI on his case, he's got Max Rager. Things are just going to get bad.
Major is just like digging this huge hole.
That's what he
No,
was
that's what
doing
Scotty
all
was
the
for.
begin-
Scotty
Like,
dug the hole.
It is his, like, it's just his entire, literally both seasons. Like, this entire series, Major has just been going through a whole lot of bullshit.
Or is it Donnie? Is it Scotty or Donnie?
Scotty shot fish, and he dug the hole for fish.
Donnie's
Fish
the
dug-
one that dug the hole for Major?
When did Donnie dig a hole?
When Blaine told him to?
I don't think Donnie did.
No?
No, I think it was just being like,
Because he said to him, he goes, how long can you have a hole dug? He goes, well, I have plans. And he just looked at him like, really? And he goes, couple hours, and he just like walked off. And then they left Blaine in like, they said, let's keep him in the dark for a couple hours. They came back, and then Donnie said something about, he goes, I don't want that hole to have gone to waste. So he very likely actually dug the hole.
maybe.
There's a lot of holes this episode. I mean, to follow the thing that actually went on with like Big Fish and Scotty and Donnie and the Utopium and all of that, just like really makes my head hurt trying to like logistically figure it all. It seemed very convoluted to me.
Like I said, there was so much going on this episode. Like, my brain, I had to like rewind a few times and be like, okay, what's going on here? Because it was like there was like 4 different times she had these different flashbacks, and they were like totally all over the place, and it was just like, okay, what's going on here? And blah, 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 blah. This person's
I thought
died.
it had
This person's
something
getting
to
shot.
do
This
with the brain, but
Yeah.
I think it was just the way that they laid out the actual episode.
Yeah, because I mean, we had the suspect too, and then we had like the Drake and Mr. Boss had that talk, and Mr. Boss basically hired Drake to be a gunman to take the guy out, and that's when the guy threw the coffee at Drake. You know, it was all over the place, and then they went in and they're like, oh, there's all flights scheduled to Mexico on the computer, and so they think he flew. You know, he escaped to Mexico when more than likely Drake killed him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that's going to come up at some point because...
Well, he was accessory. He didn't actually kill him.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about the guy that threw the coffee at him. Yeah, the murder suspect.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that what's going to happen is they're going to end up finding that body because Babineau went out of his way to like tell the chief to like, hey, we kind of hit a dead end. There was all these flights to Mexico, and you know, Homeland Security's on it now, and she's like, "We'll go sit at your desk and wait for another case to fall into your lap."
And Liv knows about the suspect too.
Right.
She knows how he looks like. She saw him in a flashback when she saw Drake. It triggered. So...
I think it's going to come up, and it's going to cause more problems.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, their relationship's very rocky, which is sad because it seems like Liv's kind of like really getting into him. He's a really nice guy, like in general, like his whole personality, and he wants to do good, and it's just he's in this bad situation, and he continues to get himself put in these bad situations.
He's a much nicer guy than that other Drake that we know. The one that used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when I need some
love. You mean
love.
Aubrey James?
No, the artist Drake.
Yeah, that's his real name.
Is that his real name?
That's real name.
That's his real name.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Knowing is half the battle. That's how much I actually pay attention to him. I'm glad that you know his full name, as much as you love Drake.
I used to watch Degrassi High.
You used to call him on his cell phone.
Degrassi.
You gave Kim the giggles.
Yeah, he was a paraplegic who could play kick drums. Wrap your head around that one for a while. Let's move on.
Boo, boo.
Yeah. So Detective Babineau, you know, not only like is he not having a good relationship with the chief, but he starts picking up on some of Liz's personality traits.
I
Which
know.
is
I was like,
Finally.
I mean, he's definitely given Liz looks before, so we know that he realizes something's wrong with her. But now he's actually saying something, so we have confirmation he knows something's going on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she can use the psychic thing on that. Like, there are some psychics who can channel. I'm gonna say in quotations because we don't know if they can or cannot. They just claim that can channel victims or ghost personalities.
Well, yeah,
Are you referring to Sean Spencer?
It's like a medium / it's a whole psychic medium thing. It's they embodiment the dead.
Sean Spencer is from the TV show Psych.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not really a psychic.
No, he's not.
That's why I made the joke.
Super smart.
He's hyper observant. That's what it is.
Hyper observant
and
thing memory deal.
I just love the fact that, like, in the very first episode of that, when he makes the name of the place, his partner Gus looks at him and he goes, "You named our business Psych, as in gotcha." So yeah, but anyway, so it's only a matter of time before Babineau gets more suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how long can she play off the I'm channeling the victims? Like, he's already tried to eat her food before.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not like it's going to affect him. I mean, it's not going to affect him the way it affects Liv, and the fact is that she cooks it in such a way that he probably couldn't tell what the hell it is.
Probably not. I mean, he'd probably eat it and be like, "Oh my god, you put so much hot sauce on this! It's ridiculous."
Exactly.
Would you like some food with your hot sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Babineau's gonna find out by the end of the season.
He's totally gonna find out. I thought he was gonna find out last season, but they seem to drag it on pretty well.
What if his FBI partner lover turns into a zombie?
Glitter.
You don't like her?
No. I hope she turns into a zombie and it's one of the zombies that Major happens to actually kill.
What are you laughing about, B?
She's just like, I don't like her. She's another, like, back when, Peyton first showed up, we were like, she was a very useless character. We felt like she was a useless character.
She's still useless.
Come on, she's got her moments. I liked the whole, her and Blaine. I thought it was cute. Because I like Blaine.
I like the love
interest.
It was fine. Now it's done, and she's useless again. She's there just to, like, put a little bit of flavor into the guys that we are in love with, like Ravi. We love his character, and she made him do some things the last couple episodes that he was not ready to do and not used to doing, which made it hilarious. And then she had that fling with Blaine, and we were all happy for Blaine. Were we happy for Peyton? Not really. We didn't care.
You're right. We're all happy about the kid. You're right. It's funny.
Yeah. The other thing that I actually completely forgot about until Liv started lying to Major about was, oh yeah, I've made up with my brother. He's in my room, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that was a story. Yeah, that was a story that happened, and what happened with that? There's been no mention of her family since, like, the first or second episode. We're now on episode 13.
Yeah, they're just really pissed off at her. I mean, we've seen her mom.
Episodes.
We've seen her mom, but we haven't seen Evan at all. I think actually the actor is off on another show.
They
don't want to recast him.
That'd be unfortunate. Maybe they have a deal. CW is really good with getting their actors to come back for different things. Like, you look at Vampire Diaries originals, and they have people all over the place that interchange. Like, I don't know if you guys even realize that Kim doesn't watch the show, but Nikki, the evil doctor in, what was it, last season of the Vampire Diaries? The one that was like taking their eyeballs and stuff apart. He's Eddie from The Flash.
Oh, I was like,
Oh my God, he is.
Diaries.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
So it's like the CW has a very good working development where they'll switch their stars in and out, and that even goes cross show as well. So you'll see like when David Anders wants to reprise his role, as the Doctor on Once Upon a Time, and he's able to, they let him go. Here you go, do it. And I'm sure the same thing if Liv needed to go back over to play Tinkerbell, like they would let her do that. So.
Can I work for the CW?
Why? So you can just be on all the shows?
It's gonna be all the shows.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't be noticeable as an extra at all.
Oh, totally not.
No, I don't. No. Just blend right in.
Totally.
Yeah.
Everybody has blue hair.
Who would you be on Once Upon a Time?
Who would I be? Who would she be?
Both of you. We'll just go with that.
Like as any character, or?
Yeah, I mean, what fairy tale character would you be?
I'd be Rumpelstiltskin.
There's already Rufflestiltskin.
Well, you didn't specify that it had to be somebody we haven't seen yet.
Someone we haven't seen yet.
Well, I don't know.
Have we seen?
To be honest,
have we seen Gaston?
we've seen him.
Okay, I'd
but
be
they
Scar.
recast him.
I'd be Scar.
I'd be Scar.
I don't know.
Are they ever going to be able to implement that?
Yeah, no, but CW is really good with that. So, if they need to get him back to finish the storyline out, I think it's fine. And I don't think it's too far-fetched either, because you have like a troubled teen who is having a disconnection with their family, like arguments and disconnection with their family. That's very normal. So, for it to be very sporadic and kind of like in a very big gap between the storyline, it doesn't feel too far-fetched from a real-life situation.
It doesn't, and it was a really big issue. He was dying, and Liv said, no, I'm not giving you my blood.
Right.
So, yeah, that would piss anybody off.
Yeah. So
it's either her family's going to find out that she's a zombie, or Major's going to find out about Drake.
Or everything.
Eventually, yeah, or all of
Everything's just gonna
explode.
Yep. You ladies have anything else for this episode before we go into next week?
No.
No. Next week is called Eternal Sunshine of the Caffeinated Mind, which title is clearly a reference to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I'm pretty sure was a book, but the movie with Jim Carrey is about two people that fall in love, have problems. They have some technology that erases their brain, all memories, all traces of each other. And then they go back out into the world separate, apart, and they find each other again. And it's about them reconnecting and all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of crazy. So I'm curious now, before I read the synopsis, if it's going to be anything like that, which I don't see how it could be, but maybe. We'll see. Enrico Colentina from Veronica Mars guest stars. When an incredibly optimistic coffee shop owner is murdered, Liv uses her sunny outlook to help Clive solve the murder. Meanwhile, things begin to go from bad to worse for Blaine, and Drake is forced to cancel plans with Liv due to a run-in with Seattle's finest. So,
Okay.
doesn't say anything about Major.
Not a thing.
I'm hoping there's a lot with Major. Major's storyline right now is my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Liv is, quirky and stuff with the brains, but, that's to be expected.
Yeah. Major is this I mean, Major's got so like he's parts of so many like the other side stories going on that it's just like
he's involved in all of them. He's involved
the
in the Max Rager. He's involved in the Blaine, which is involved in the Utopian, which is involved in the zombie, not zombie, dead zombie. He's involved in everything that's not Liv.
it's the
And
Major
he's
show.
still involved with Liv, so he's technically involved in every storyline.
Is Major really the main character instead of Liv? Are they trying to pull the
I
wool
would
over
say
our eyes?
I wouldn't say he's the main character, but he would be a major character.
Oh. If I had a pair of drums.
A pair of drums? You need two?
Yep,
Two
I need
drums?
two. Two drums, two sticks.
Okay.
In a symbol.
Symbol. No, I have to reach too far away first.
But yeah. So I think that's about it. Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Kim, where can the people find you?
On the Twitters at HUFFITY,
Excellent. You can find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter. Kind of on WordPress. Soon-ish. And right here on YouTube at /ASOTVpodcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Until next week, drink a lot of coffee.
Bye-bye.
Because I heard it helps with psychic...
Psych people out. Psychic connections.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tuning
Okay.
into the ghosts.
That explains a lot.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
You see dead people?
All the time.
It's like when you're drinking coffee and then all of a sudden that song,
That
that
comes on.
that song you were thinking about comes on the radio?
Yes, that's exactly it.
That thong, the thong, thong, thong.